My name is Mulan, and I'll be the commentator for SM64 today. Now, quick disclaimer, this is not my main game, so if, if there's any game knowledge parts that I'm not aware of, I do apologize.
It's me, Mario.
But it seems like the runners are getting ready to start, so hopefully it's going to be an interesting race, especially also with the SMO and SMS parts later. I don't know any of these runners or what good times are for them, but hopefully, we get to see some cool tricks and some cool gameplay of Mario 64. So it looks like everything's just getting synced up at the moment. Looking pretty good. Someone either got a late start or something, but... Ooh, a lactus skip from both. Nice. I'd like to see it. I am a little bit knowledgeable about the game. Nothing too crazy.
Here we go.
Also, I totally was just watching the stream and not the commentator stream, so that I'm off to a great start. But yeah, very unfortunate miss of bomb clip from Cryptic. I mean, we still got lots of run left, so still plenty of chances for hiccups and time save from either racers. Very curious to see how it goes. Thank you, Eden. It's been pretty chaotic for me today, so... I guess we are gonna see Owlus. These gamers, oh heck yeah. And getting it, that's always good. And Gravy seems to be having a pretty solid run so far. Haven't seen any major mistakes in the tricks. That's kind of scary about this whole run time, like especially in the early game, there's a lot of precise tricks and glitches and whatnot. We just Canalus here again. Well, some of them may have, a bit of a setup like Canalus. Others with Owlus, they seem a bit more, at least to me. There might be, there might be a setup for Owlus, I don't know. But yeah. The Sandbox means that we have a relay race with teams of 3 people, one SMO runner, a Sunshine runner, and an SM64 runner. And they just play after each other, and then, you know, the team that finishes all 3 games first, those are the winners of the race. So right now we have Cryptic and Gravy on Team Pizza and Team Luigi. I like the names. But yeah, then once this 70-star run of either runners is over, so let's say, you know, one of the runners finishes, then immediately the Sunshine runner starts playing. And then when, you know, lost player or lost SMO run finishes, then that's time. I hope that makes sense. Oh, Cryptic grabbing the star. He's not having a good time. Nice, gets it this time. Meanwhile, Gravy is going back for his last star in Mom's Fortress. Also, Cryptic does seem to be taking a little bit of a different route for the 100 coin star. Probably a bit of a safer route, I would imagine, but... But he or they also finally get in that 100 coin star. Or wait, they're missing 8 coins. Oh, okay. I knew they didn't grab those coins. For sure. 12.9 again from Gravy, wow. Pretty sure they had that in the first slide too. Consistency, I like it. Big fan. Skip that. Yeah, these races definitely seem hard to schedule, especially with, you know, players from all around the world. And then also trying to find commentators and everything. Gravy really just, the outer is smooth and hard. What a gamer. getting it. Also a 12.9. Wow. I don't think they got that in the first one, but still. I like the 12.9s.
Here we go!
Really getting clean Bowser throw. That mistake's there. Really, the only mistake that I was able to find so far in Gravy's run was the text box skip that Cryptic just got, but that's like what, 2 seconds max? So yeah, very clean. Also, hopefully not jinxing anything here. That is kind of the scary thing about being a commentator. You don't want to accidentally jinx the runners. 49-40. Jeez, that's fast. Some really fast gamers here, it seems like. Let's see if Cryptic can also get those Bowser throws. Oh, it's a single one. Nice. Also, I just want to say that strat to get the wall kicks will work star. I said it correctly. I didn't say moon. Be proud of me. that looks sick. As someone who like doesn't know about top runner strats about this game, that looks sick. Cryptic missing the triple jump thing, or just not getting up there. Now getting it, and getting the star, so that's good. So while Gravy is on their last star in Google Mountain, Cryptic just entered it. Oh, and there goes Cryptic's and it's back. Lost Cryptic there for a moment, but you know, didn't seem too big of a splice. Couldn't have done that much in that time. So yeah, Cryptic also doing that strat. I love it. I do have to say, as someone who's only tried speedrunning this game like once, I think that was intentional from Cryptic. I thought that they were going for the blue coins, which are no, they weren't. All right. But yeah, as someone who's only tried speedrunning it and failed big time, their movements look absolutely insane from both runners and the strats that they use. I'm sure that also goes for, you know, non-SMO speedrunners, or with any speed game, honestly. Still very amazing. People go so. So yeah, Gravy not having any issues with MIPS. Good for them. I wish that could be me. Well, not getting the bomb. You know, the bomb slide up the pyramid. Luckily, they do get another try. Missing it again. So now just making their way onto the pillar where Klepto will come deliver a star very nicely. What a nice bird. Shoutouts to Klepto. So Cryptic making their way to the basement. Gravy not getting it a third time, having to go onto all the pillars. That's unfortunate. Especially since pillars hitbox or trigger box, whatever you want to call it, it's a bit odd. But it seems to work just fine. Or Cryptic seems to actually get it, I think. I think that's how this thing works. Yeah. There he goes. So that's a little bit of time save for Cryptic. At least so great. Just finishing up a nice and clean SSL. You love to see it. Definitely seems to be more awake now than at the start of the run. So that's good. Hopefully it will be able to catch up with Gravy. You know, that's only possible as always if Gravy also allows that. And he seems to be doing pretty good so far. So the strats in Lethal Lava Land really do them. You know, it's this big, scary lava lake with some platforms, and these runners just long jump all over the place. He's barely taking any damage, except for the intentional damage. Like right here. Just burning Mario's ass on... Oh. Just burning Mario's ass on a lava fall. Very interesting strat. Alright. Raid actually making it onto the poles this time. As Cryptic bullies the bullies. That's what bullies deserve. Oh, okay. I was wondering where Cryptic was going, but I see now. Thought that they would opt for the star all the way up top the volcano for it, but... Oh, okay. Apparently that's okay. Cool. That looks sick. Oh, okay. Gravy's also back again. Yeah, it definitely seems that the gap does seem to be closing a little bit. As first, what felt like about 2 minutes difference, now 1 at most. I can also be completely off with these times, by the way, because I don't know anything about timings in this game, so... Here within a minute, okay, good. That's definitely what I said, for sure. Gravy taking a bonk. But I feel like bonks in this game are way less common, but that might just be me. At least than in SMO. I suppose that at top level they also don't happen that often.
Here we go!
Like, especially since, you know, I know how hard wall jumping in this game can be. So it's just these guys nailing every single one of them. Pretty sick. Yeah, Gravy now having to wait because he messed up the cycle. Making Mario jump like a madman. As Cryptic enters Bowser in the Lava Sea. Or Fire Sea. That's what it's called. See, I'm very knowledgeable about this game, believe me. Cryptic can get the cycle here. We can save a bunch more time over Gravy. It does seem like he will. Oh wow, that was fast. So yeah, definitely closing in even more. And Gravy is throwing Bowser into another ball. Just Mario's everyday business. Like a 28-07 from Gravy, so let's see what Cryptic exit here is. Oh. For 34 seconds or something. A little more. But definitely way less than much earlier in the run, like at the start. Both runners also seem to be doing the same route. I don't know how usual it is for people to be doing the same route. Since I think there's quite some, you know, stars that can be fast in this game, but may have some really hard strats, which people will not go for. So far, very similar, from what I've seen. I could imagine, you know, especially since I think that all the racers have some decently close PBs to make it a bit even, that everyone will be using the same route. At least, you know, for the most part. Obviously, especially with some of these 100 coin stars, they can differ a little bit. He struggled to get the top. Does he get the star? Whereas Cryptic here seems to go for this elevator thing star. As a very knowledgeable about this game. He seems to go for now, so I guess the order of the stars that you don't really matter, as long as they're getting the same ones. Well, they don't have to, but they probably will. Definitely makes it very interesting. You know, definitely like it when racers actually read the script and follow it. Very cool. Good job, guys. Not actually get it. Oh, okay. I thought he was just trying to jump up the mountain, but I guess you can also just warp up top. That works. Since Cryptic didn't do it, I think he might have saved a little bit of time over Gravy there, because they missed the warp. It's very close. In seconds right now because of these piranha plants. I was on let Triptych for like a different star. I didn't, so. Untitled Mountain. Stage that, from my experience, can be very tricky. So we'll see how that goes. Gravy barely making it up there. That was very scary. Yeah, so far looking very clean. At least also. They now get this scary shroom reds. Why was that so hard to pronounce? Ooh. Gravy getting hit by the mole, and now Cryptic in the lead for the first time this race, I think. I like to see it. Lead being switched. We're definitely not there yet. Still got about 23 stars to go, so if I can do math. And especially, you know, it's later stars, so levels will be harder, and so will the stars. So definitely got some scary things to go still. This race is far from over. We are on to Snowman's land. This movement is so insane to me. Like it looks so fun to just be able to do this. Ooh, Cryptic getting just blocked by the wall. The wall just denied him so hard. It's definitely gonna cost him some time. The Gravy gets the star in the ice. I think he also took damage to either a Snowman or something. So both got some time losses. Cryptic seems to be still in the lead. Well, both runners just, you know, bully another bully. Because that's what we do around here. You know, exiting the stage, going back to Hazymaze's cave. Right. That they didn't do that yet. Alright, because now you can get MIPS the second. That's so smart. Very smart routing choices here. Going for Hazymaze's cave later so you can get the second mid star. I like it. Just commentators' mind blown by route choices. Who doesn't love it? Wow. That was... Gravy having trouble going through the wall. But it gets it now. So yeah, runner is opting for a different order of stars, but I would imagine that... Ooh, a triple jump off of the box. Wow. That's very fast. Azume's case has a lot of clips and everything. Makes it a very interesting level. Where Gravy just seems to opt for the elevator clip. Oh, Cryptic falling down the elevator. Having to wait for it to go back up. This is gonna be the part where Gravy comes back, perhaps. Elevator music. I love it. Yeah, Gravy not slightly ahead. As both runners go on to collect the lost star in Hazume's cave. At least I think so. Otherwise I'm gonna look really stupid. Gravy was just not allowed to leave the stage. Wow. That was odd. I don't know what caused that. Yeah, definitely a very close race. So, you know, leaves absolutely no pressure for the future runners. Because this is not done after SM64 is over. You know. These runners may be, I can definitely be happy with how they did, because they seem to be doing real well. Ooh, both of them missing Lakitu bounds though. Pretty much tied. But Gravy getting a ledge grab. And Cryptic taking the lead. Ooh. Gravy not getting the wall jump. Well, Cryptic gets Lakitu bounds and continues his way and gets the star. Hopefully Gravy doing the same thing here. That was interesting. Yeah, it is movement in Rainbow, right? Like, especially already from the start, just getting that first triple jump wall jump is very hard. It's very precise. And just one little mishap and your entire setup can be ruined. So. Like, anyone who has only played this game casually, that includes me, very much respect to these runners for just, like, being so good at this game. Obviously, it does take a lot of time and effort to get this good. But then still, it's still absolutely insane. How well they can maneuver Mario through the stages. Cryptic already going into TikTok clock. They got the last star in Rainbow Ride. I don't think. Yeah, no. Cryptic did not get the Toad Star yet. Alright. Either he might have just missed it. But oh no. Cryptic falling all the way back down after collecting like half the coins in TikTok clock. And having to wait for the clock to go to 12. Ouch. That hurts. Gravy now in the lead. I was also just about to compliment them on this TTC movement because there's just not that much room in TTC, or at least that's how it feels like, so again, very precise, everything. Just need getting him behind him. Cryptic falling back down again. As Gravy having trouble getting on the flop. He gets there eventually. Still ahead of Cryptic, who was having a bit of trouble with, you know, falling down in TikTok clock, which is very understandable. Since it's very easy to just mess up a single thing and fall all the way back down here. Also, Gravy just jumping on rotating platforms. What a mad lad. Also, Cryptic is really struggling with this part here, it seems like. Very sorry. And not getting the wall jump. And dying to fall damage. I think this Cryptic dying twice while having a lot of coins. It's a bit suboptimal, some may say. Whereas Gravy is now getting his 69th star. Nice. Oh my god, Cryptic is not having it with TTC. Very unfortunate. Very understandable though. TTC 100s is very hard, especially with like the way that these runners do it. Pretty much everything needs to be extremely precise. Like, you need to get every single wall jump, and those are already hard to get. And it's very unfortunate that the Cryptic is having this many issues with the 100 coin star. And now his stream also seems to have frozen, so Gravy making his way onto the last Bowser while Cryptic seems to have returned. Never mind. Hopefully we'll have him back soon. But meanwhile, Gravy. Oh, Cryptic is back. Finally getting the 100 coin star and star above the wall. Gravy is making his way through Bowser in the sky. There can still go a lot wrong in Bowser in the sky, but I don't know if it's enough for Cryptic to come back from this. Unless Gravy will just like mess up very much, but since he's already in the fight, the next runners are gonna have to, especially on Team Pizza, they're gonna have to do really well. Gravy getting 3 very clean throws and finishing their run up with a 53 30 28. Alright, close enough. But yeah, they will be switching now to Super Mario Sunshine. Or, well, not Gravy, but the next runner. Will be starting soon with Sunshine. I'm not sure when exactly, but as Cryptic is still getting their last couple of stars in 6 o'clock. There we go. We got Despin getting ready for SMS, which will be happening soon.
Hello.
Hi. We got Eden 8 here for the commentary of the SMS race. So
GG's on the commentary, Mulan. I really enjoyed watching that race.
thank you.
It was a really close race as well, because obviously they were like within seconds of each other at one point. Obviously before TTC, which was
Yeah.
a bit unfortunate. But yeah, looks like Despin is getting started on Super Mario Sunshine, the next game in the relay. And the runners will have to use the regular new file, because obviously in speedruns you can choose which file to use. But due to the nature of this tournament, I think we're just gonna use the regular file, so we get to watch all the cutscenes.
Surely do love that.
Yeah, I think the cutscenes are fun. Especially because like a lot of people don't really get to see them a lot. You know, it's just a nice reminder of the game plot.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, at least Cryptic shall be finishing up SM64 very soon. Getting very close to the end here. Oh, never mind,
Falling down.
commentator's curse.
Good job, Eden. Welcome to the commentary booth.
Been here for like 2 minutes and I already cursed him falling down. Nice little grappler. But yeah, that's been just learning the controls of this game.
I think I need it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
as
heard they're pretty
speedrunners,
new.
we forget the controls every time we load up the game. So yeah, we have
That's
to
why
learn this.
I'm a bit confused as to why Odyssey runners always skip the cutscenes, you know? And don't you just have to like watch the controls and stuff?
Yeah, I can't believe people would ever skip cutscenes. Crypto's getting pretty good Bowser throws though. Okay, I thought I nearly cursed it.
I was about to say. But yeah. Good Bowser throws from Cryptic. Finishing up just about 2 minutes after Despin or Gravy.
Yeah, Gravy. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. But yeah, the next runner should be getting started. So yeah, thank you Mulan for your great comms on SN64.
Alright, I will see you guys later. Thank you for having me.
Bye. No problem. Alright everyone. So, I must admit, I don't know a lot about Sunshine. So, if I make any egregious errors or say something incorrectly, please feel free to correct me in chat. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a really close race because both these runners are about 30 seconds apart. Based on their PBs. So Despin has a 1:18:48, so technically they're in the better position. But yeah, Sunshine has a lot of interesting places where, obviously, like any speedrun, you can gain or lose time. And Sunshine is probably the, I'd say it's more, probably the most RNG heavy. A 1:16? Okay, never mind. Okay. So there's 3 minutes between them. I must have seen an old PB. Okay, so... Oh. CMFP is here as well? Hi.
Hi, I hope you've been holding down the commentary well so far for the cutscenes.
Yeah, I've already messed up the PBs, but it's okay.
Mario, you witnessed this object at the airstrip, correct? It is a shine sprite. Shine sprites are the source of power on Isle Delfino. They used to gather in great
Alright, so CMFP, a great Odyssey runner who was also speedrun Sunshine. Smile. So he'll be helping me commentate this race. But yeah, 3 minutes between these runners apparently. So it will have to take a lot for Miles to kind of come back from the deficit already set. But if Despin, for example, messes up a lot, gets really awful King Boo RNG, we could see some really good gameplays here. But yeah. So I think we're about to see like we're about to see some movement on Despin's side, because the way that Sunshine works is that you have some gameplay and then some cutscenes, and now he's gonna catch Shadow Mario, I believe, after he waters down this little toxic goop thing. I don't know the names for anything, I'm sorry, but yeah. And we also see Miles in the airstrip before being plunged into more cutscenes. But yeah, I believe there's a lot of fast Shadow Mario catches, so you can kind of lose time if you don't get them. I believe this very first one that we're about to see Despin do is quite easy. Because obviously as Sunshine Runners, you go through like the first few stages quite a lot, as you naturally do when you reset and stuff. So yeah, hopefully he manages to get this fast capture. Yeah, very easy for him there. I have seen runners mess it up where Shadow Mario just dances up all over the place, but had no issues really. And then yeah, that's pretty much the end of the cutscenes for Despin, and he gets to go into the first stage, the Yanko Hills. Oh yeah. So I think casually you're meant to defeat the toxic goop thing before you defeat PT the piranha plant. But yeah, I think you just kind of platform with Mario all the way to the windmill, and obviously try to get the fast PT kills. And I believe there is some RNG in how PT can like come down. Okay, not this bit, but the bit later. I think there's some RNG. But yeah, I think good runners can get like a 10-1x Bianco Hills. So let's see if Despin manages to get a pretty good PT kill here. Oh, they're called a polluted piranha. Okay. Best Bianco 2 is a 10-13. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So yeah, probably a 10-1x, 10-2x. I think this is looking pretty good, to be honest. Not having a lot of issues, and yeah, gets the kill quite fine. Looks like a 2x, I believe. Yeah. So a 25 grab and a 31 fade out. Okay, interesting. All right, we have Miles coming out of their bunch of cutscenes now. So again, also probably looking to look for that quick Shadow Mario kill after destroying this polluted piranha. Alright. And we have just been going into this cave, and I believe this is the first floodless stage in the run. I personally really like seeing all these floodless stages because it's just like Mario movement, and speedrunners always make it look really clean. Especially people like Nintendo who like go for really crazy strats that in other areas that we'll see throughout the run. So I'm really looking forward to see what these runners kind of do in those stages. But yeah. And we got Miles about to do the PT Piranha Shine. So yeah, hopefully he gets a similar time to what Espin does, because when you're kind of doing like these stages that are obviously a bit more optimized than others, you kind of don't want to be losing time right off the bat. So, because it can kind of like discourage you, I guess. So, let's see if he can manage to pull it off.
Alright, sorry for being so quiet. I was just, I finally got the commentary stream up for me to watch. It was a bit of a struggle getting Flash running for some reason, but good to go now.
Yeah, that's cool. So, CMFP is back to help me commentate. Yay!
You were doing great though, don't worry.
No, thanks. But yeah, so far we have Miles about to destroy PT the Piranha, and Despin just did the Floodless stage on the Bianco Hills roads. So yeah.
So yeah, Despin is starting to set up now for travel skip. Gonna try to kill this piranha plant, and then as it's doing its death animation, gonna re-enter Bianco Hills.
Oh yeah, I think this is also like a really cool trick to see.
Wait, did I wasn't watching very closely, but didn't look like the piranha death animation played, but he still entered the level. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's an issue or not.
Yeah, because I remember, I think from watching other people run, you can obviously kind of see the cutscenes almost playing at the same time. It's like really weird. But based on the fact he's about to fight PT the Piranha again, I think it should be okay.
I hope so.
Yeah. So this is what I was trying to talk about earlier with like the RNG bit. I think quite a lot of runners reset here if they get really bad like RNG with the PT, like, because I think you want him to come down as much as possible, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the bigger sources of RNG in the run, and it's one of the only ones that's like really that early. So definitely a big reset point typically.
Right. Okay, gets to stomp on his belly. Kinda mean. Alright, and Miles is doing this Bloodless stage that I also talked about. Probably gonna do similar movement to what Despin did, I assume.
Yeah, the flawless stages are always pretty cool. And this one isn't like too tricky or anything. This is like, it's like one of the few ones that I can do. Doing kind of fast.
Hot. Alright. I think there's one more cycle where PT's meant to come down. And I think Despin's had it pretty good. Like, he's not really had much issues.
I think that was decent RNG, but honestly, I don't really. I'm not really sure.
I don't know you. I think by the looks of it, it didn't take forever. So I'd say it's pretty good RNG, especially if you're in a race and you can't reset. Slightly above average. Yeah,
Nice.
good RNG. I'll take it.
Yeah, he
Alright.
didn't kill that piranha plant. You can see the cutscene there played. And then Electric Mouse, you can see getting the weird, crazy cutscene thing going on, so you know that, that Mouse got it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was more expecting to see from a Death Spin.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how much that loses, but gonna have to redo this entire fight now. Also, I think this complicates things a little bit because now I don't think Johto Beach is gonna be open, and that's normally where you go after the PD refight.
Right, okay.
I don't know like how significant that is because I assume you could just go and do Bianca 6. I'm not, I don't quite understand the nuances of the routing. I know it's all kind of based around minimizing Delfino cutscenes and stuff, but yeah, Despin's just gonna re-enter Bianco and then do Bianco 6, I suppose.
Yeah. So I guess that's not too bad of a backup because it doesn't really lock you out of a shine or anything. It's just you have to obviously what's the word? You have to beat the Kaluta Piranha again.
Yeah.
So nothing too awful, but obviously gonna cost him a bit of time.
So yeah, going into another secret level now. This one's got rotating platforms and stuff, as I think actually probably all of them do.
Yeah. I think obviously this one's a bit harder than the other one because you have to deal with more of like you have to deal with this box, and oh my god, I've seen so many people die to this box, so I hope Destin doesn't.
Also, like the platform cycles are a little bit more complicated. Like in Bianco 3, I think it is, that it's basically just hold forward and jump and dive, but this one, it's more complicated going around everywhere. I have no idea how to do any of that.
The main thing was he got it.
Yeah, very nice. Very
Alright,
speedy.
now we have Miles doing the PT. I think it's taking him ages for PT to sort of land down on the ground.
Yeah, that doesn't look great.
Yeah, so that seems obviously because Despin kind of got average, well above average RNG. Then obviously Miles doesn't want to lose a lot of time here. The highway to hell. What does the highway in hell entail?
I've never heard that one. So yeah, Despin with yet another Piranha fight. Can I enter Gelato?
Yeah, I
Go
feel
for-
like there's quite a lot of these fights in the early part of the game.
Yeah, there's a lot for some reason. I don't know why they put so many of them, and they just get like slightly longer as they go. Like the Black Piranha Plant, you just got to do the same thing as the other ones, but twice.
Oh, so we got Mama Beach. That sounds better than Gelato Beach. But yeah, this part of the run is kind of really weird because obviously casually, there's like this really big long way that you have to like get the shine here that Despin's about to do, but he's gonna do a trick called Gelato Beach Skip, and I believe it's where you kind of throw the coconut and also kind of like slide into the thing. I think it's like a clip.
Yeah.
And there's also like some different setups for it. Oh, failed it twice now, so it seems to be struggling it a bit. But it's also really cool to see someone pull it off. Gets it. Okay. Fair try. So yeah, that basically skips the entire section, so it saves quite a lot of time over not doing it. But I think that's something most, if not every runner, typically does. Is how I understand it.
Yeah, just because of like how much it skips. I think even like most lower level runners will do it.
Yeah, definitely one of the more integral uh tricks. Yeah.
Yeah, since
Alright.
there aren't very many shines that you can skip in any percent, like it's basically just Bianca 1 and then Gelato 1 through 6 pretty much. So it's pretty big.
It's been getting an alright Shadow Mario catch as well. As I said before, you don't really want Shadow Mario to kind of run all over the place because he does take you everywhere if you miss it. Alright, so we're gonna see Miles do his setup here for the Gelato Beach strip.
Ooh, nice. First try, so gonna save a good bit over Despin there.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I think there's also some RNG here in the stage that Despin's doing in the way that the little thingies like go.
I think they're called chomplets.
Oh, that's such a cute name.
But yeah, I don't really know good or bad RNG when I see it. I don't think it's like a huge deal in this level. I think it's more of the like 5 to 10 second range kind of thing, but still can be kind of frustrating in runs nonetheless to get bad RNG.
Yeah, I think the one that's really bad is with the big chain chomps later on, and I think that generally loses you like 20 seconds.
Yeah, I think the big chain jump has like 3 ways it can go. I don't really know what the main difference is between them. Pianta 4 loses 2 seconds to RNG max. Okay, well, it's a little bit less than 20. Oh, you're thinking perhaps of Pianta 5, the Chuckster stage can lose like over 20.
Yeah, I think
where
the Chucksters are very because obviously it's like it's just such a bad part of the run. It's just like awful. But yeah, you can lose a lot of time to them, but obviously we'll talk more about it when we actually get there.
Yeah, Despin completing the Piantissimo race. That one's a pretty easy shine. Not really much time to be lost there or anything.
Yeah, it's like a speedrun within a speedrun, right?
Yeah, and then it's a speedrun designed for casual players, so in a game like this,
Yeah.
the speedrunners can destroy it.
Yeah, mine's also not having much issue with that stage though.
Oh, and this is the fiery one. Watching this strat is like so cool. With the damage boost into the lava.
Yeah, I also really enjoy watching this when like they do it really cool. Oh yeah, look at that. He only took one bit of damage as well, and I think if I'm not wrong, I think I've seen people like take 2 bits of damage before.
I think if you take more than 1 hit, that's like Monka S territory where you're hoping not to die.
Yeah. So probably doing a smart choice there. Getting only 1 hit.
Now time for the big chain chomp.
Yeah, so this is what I was trying to talk about before, where you can like lose time depending on how bad the chain chomps wanna heck you over. I think runners try to make it so they go down particular paths.
Yeah,
Like,
they like hold. I don't even. I don't know all the details. I'm
It-
pretty
it-
sure you want to like hold forward while you're carrying it, and then you also need to like. I think the chain chomp tries to go whichever way is like the opposite of where you are, so you gotta kind of like manip it to start heading towards the bath at the end and everything.
Alright. Miles is also now doing that fire stage.
Doing a different strat.
Again, only
looks like.
taking one bit of damage. Maybe I'm like misremembering because I thought like it was quite common to take 2 bits of damage. But also does the stage fine and well, which is good. There's up to 10 shines.
So now Despin is gonna go do the Chuckster stage. First, gotta get into there. Gotta do the Yoshi skip, I think it's called, or something. It's intended for you to bring Yoshi down to the bottom and spray the whatever that is.
Yeah, I think I have a feeling it's not called Yoshi skip, but it's like jelly skip. But I'm unsure, so
I'm
I'll do
probably
with Yoshi
wrong.
skip.
That's what it is in my mind, at least. It is Yoshi
It is
skip.
Yoshi skip? Okay,
Pond
okay.
camp.
Yeah, I won't show you then.
Flexing my deep knowledge of Sunshine. Oh, death from the Chuckster.
No, Despin!
Unfortunate.
So that's exactly what you don't want to happen in this stage. You don't want to die, and you also don't want to wait forever on the last Chuckster that throws you towards the shine.
Uh-oh, Miles getting overran by the chain chomp. Oh, but looking lit. Oh, I was gonna say get back up, but unfortunately not quite. Is chain chomp gonna fire back up here? If you take too long, it'll start like getting mad again, and then you gotta spray it down. But it looks like it didn't happen here.
Okay, yeah. So Miles struggling a bit there. Alright, this Chuckster is the one that kills all the runs in when you like watch like high level any percent. Because you want to try to get early cycle, and then if you don't, it just wastes so much time, like 20 seconds, it's ridiculous. But yeah, hoping for a good throw here. Okay. That looks really bad because of the camera angle, but yeah, got there just fine. You know, it doesn't even seem that Miles is that far behind Despin, because obviously Despin just did the Trickster stage, and now Miles is about to enter it, hopefully, with the Yoshi skip.
Yeah, what was the difference between them earlier on? Like 4 minutes or so or something?
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Now it looks like it's more like, I don't know, like 1 or 2 minutes or something.
Oh, is Despin also a shiner ahead?
Oh, yeah, oh true, that's probably that's probably most of the reduction in the difference there. So, but Miles will have to do Bianca 6 later on, but Despin has already done it.
You see, Despin said German route in the chat, but I wasn't sure what it meant, and I was scared to ask. Bianca sits all the way early because it's kind of hard. I see. I think that's smart, doing like the harder stages first. Okay, alright. Miles not taking a death in the Trickster stage. So probably gonna save a bit of time there. And that was a pretty fast thingy, the spray thing.
Yeah, 201 on the timer. I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna say that it's pretty good.
I think anything that's like a 201 or like I think 206 is like really, really good, and I think a 201 is pretty fine as well. So nothing too awful. Get to see Miles do the stage as well, so we can compare the times at least.
I'm always interested to see people kill Shadow Mario because there's always like some pretty quick way to do it. Whereas
Yeah.
I just kind of spray him and hope for the best, chase him down.
Yeah, obviously, because people have been speedrunning this game for a while, there's a lot of cool setups to do. Okay. A 204 from Miles, damn.
Nice
World
3-second
destined
time
by
save.
3 holes. Yeah.
Alright, Des been going for Honey Skip. This looks good to me. I don't have any idea how this trick actually works, but that looks like they're doing the thing to me.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but obviously I think it kind of evolves. You kind of like sort of going out of bounds? Question mark.
Yeah,
And it
something about dying
skips
out of
out.
bounds near the cutscene thing or something.
Something skips the cutscene. You die in the same frame, you enter the cutscene. I think Honey Skip's pretty fun though to see.
Oh, is it frame perfect? That's crazy.
Is it really?
Well, Doge said same frame, so I'm gonna assume it's frame perfect.
Because actually, like, that's crazy considering how consistent I see runners getting that. Alright. I think Despin's about to do the thing where you shoot rockets.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Cool. This is actually really awkward because the rockets can be so difficult to like aim sometimes, and obviously you kind of have to kind of do it at the right moment in order to like not have to go around the thing again. Because I think optimally you're meant to only do this like I don't know how many times. It's like twice or something. I don't know. Once.
I think you have to hit it with 4 rockets, and I think it took him 5 there.
Right, okay. But didn't have too much issue with it, which is good.
Honey Skip is actually pretty lenient. Huh. Interesting. I guess
Huh.
the setup must be pretty good.
Okay, is this the really cool stage that Desmond's about to do? Is this the one where like you get Yoshi to eat the fruit and stuff, or is that Pinafore?
That I want to say that's. I don't remember. It's 3 or 4, but this one's the secret. Oh, it's actually I think it's 4 because there's this one. There's the secret stage, and then there's still the reds. I think after this.
Right, okay. Pinna 5 is skip. Okay.
Okay.
Because I really like seeing people go for that skip because I just think it just looks really cool with like the setup. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see it, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if the runners didn't go for it because I think it saves time. How much does it does it save like 15? Question mark? I don't know. You let
I
me
have no idea.
commentate SMS.
You skip
A minute?
Yeah, you skip a shine with it, so probably a good bit. Yeah, I guess a minute makes sense.
Oh. So it saves a lot then.
Dude, that's been going into the red coins now, I believe. The different strats for this can be pretty sick. Gotta deal with the airship cycles and everything, and yeah, I don't know. It's just pretty cool to watch, like that wall jump there, and like, look at that, a little boost off the ship. It's amazing. Ooh, missing that red coin though.
Couldn't do smooth. No, I like watching these stages, where they like have to get red coins, and the red coins are like kind of difficult to reach because I think it just shows a lot of obviously movement skill. So I'm always really impressed to see people managing to do it pretty fast. Yeah, someone in chat saying the movement in SMS is pretty impressive, and it is. It's very fluid. Ha ha ha! Someone ban this guy. All right. So, oh boy, story 4. Is this the? I'm so bad.
flowers.
Which is the age where you like have to water all the sunflowers and stuff?
Yeah, that's this one. You gotta kill all these egg things, and then that
Oh.
brings the sunflowers back to life.
Oh, okay.
And they
I
say
knew it like
something
was in
inappropriate.
Canada somewhere, and I was like, this reminds me of that. The sunflowers are kind of creepy though, aren't they? Well, maybe that's just me pushing the narrative that sunflowers are scary.
I think they're funny.
They are pretty. Look at them. They're horrifying. But yeah, Miles is also doing the red tier.
Yeah, so
Seems to
ideally
be
you can kill the sunflowers in one go, but took Despin 2 there, so maybe a potential small time save for Miles when he gets there.
I'm not sure if to win by 4 minutes. Should be free Tyrone, I promise. Well, I mean, if you get 58 and Dot. So yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, which is coming on after this. Big time difference between the things right now.
Miles, no! Went through the ship too.
Oh, I
Missing
missed
the
it.
shine, it looked like.
Oh no.
Getting shocked by the thingy, but getting the shine now. That wasn't so bad.
Alright, Despin's doing that cool Yoshi thing. I like seeing the cool Yoshi thing.
It is pretty crazy.
I just think it's so cool the way that they do it. I'm like Marge Simpson holding up a potato. I just think this is neat.
There's like so much stuff going on with all the fruit, and then they gotta manip the stews, right? It's wild.
Yeah, you gotta kinda get these bud thingies, and you kinda have to turn them into the platform things. Yeah,
There it
and
is.
I believe it's very easy to mess up. But Despin seems to have gotten the skip just fine. Yep. Oh, we got another floodless stage. I said this one is horrifying to do. Because all these blocks move around.
It looks like Miles got the one cycle on the flowers from what I saw.
Cool. Pog. Saving an arbitrary amount of time. Let's do it. Alright.
Nice.
Okay. That's been doing fine in the horrifying stage. No, I see Shadow Mario again. Uh-oh. No, doesn't care about Shadow Mario.
Alright, so Miles going on to the Yoshi thing now.
Yeah, the Yoshi thing. Yeah, hopefully he also manages to set up the ship well.
Stews are definitely the strange cousin of Super Mario World Goombas. I don't see the connection, to be quite honest. Maybe there's something I don't know.
This been absolutely destroyed Shadow Mario. Cool. Alright. Let's good, Miles. Mario just gliding through that platform. Alright. Got Ricoh Harbor now. Ricoh? I don't know. I think this is the shine that's pretty difficult. If not, then it's probably another one in this stage. Ricoh? Yeah, I was right.
I think this one is pretty simple because you just gotta get to the boss, and the boss fight I think is relatively easy. Ricoh I think is like one of the harder stages at like an optimal level though overall.
Yeah, I think it does kind of take obviously some strats to get this fast squid kill. But as I understand it, it's not too bad.
Yeah, there's something about this strat that kind of confounds me when I do it. I just end up ground pounding the tentacles so that the blooper doesn't attack me. But if you do it right, then there's no way of getting hit in the first place. You can just grab its like mouth or whatever and then kill it. Miles climbing a tree just for some fun, waiting for the Shadow Mario shine to be grabbable.
Yeah, I was also seeing in chat that his pinner would have been really good if he hadn't fallen down due to that red shine. So it seems to have gone pretty good overall on his side, at least.
Okay, Despin heading towards the blooper race now. Not actually going to use the blooper to enter the level or for the race either, I would presume. Very fancy.
Yeah, Mario can just sort of cheese the race pretty much. A cheater.
Yeah, you just gotta go around and like hit a couple of flags. That's why he went over there and then turned around. Now headed this way and then now just head to the end of the stage. Or like back to the beginning of the lap. 19.85. I'm gonna say that's amazing. Whether it is or not.
Yeah, world-class blooper racer right here. Using free three things in that pinner. Yeah,
Oh, wow. That's nutty.
let's go. GG. Okay, I think this is the shine that's difficult. Where you kind of have to do quite a lot of
Oh yeah, the Beyblade. Oh yeah,
movement
that
tricks.
that trick is crazy. Oh, barely made it. Almost was a little bit too low for the hover to grab the bottom of the cage, but nailed it though.
Yeah, I think that's what's crazy about like obviously these speedrunners. They put so much time in like practicing singular shines like that one, so they managed to pull it off pretty well.
Alright, now is the Ricoh Tower secret. I don't even know if this is hard for top runners, but I think it's pretty hard.
I'm gonna say it's hard as well. I think pretty much anything in this game is kind of obviously hard to when you get started out doing it. Oh yeah, this stage is hard because I believe there's something called green cycle and blue cycle and red cycle, and I think that refers to like the color of the pegs on the wooden block.
Yeah.
So there's obviously a lot of difficulty trying to like make the fastest cycle possible, and also they're rotating and there's kind of slope physics, so that's not good. Yeah, you can see like you got the green cycle there, because of the very last block. So that was a nice secret for sure.
Miles looked like a 29 on that race. Didn't Desmond get like a 19? See, I don't know if that's even. I don't know if that's good or not.
I think the 19 we'll say is very good, and we'll just say 29 is good.
Sounds good to me.
It sounds good.
Alright, Despin going into the Blooper refight. I think this one is pretty straightforward as well.
Yeah, I think all the squid ones are pretty straightforward from what I've seen. Like, I don't
Blooper
think
raising
there's...
his arms in the air. I don't know if he always does that, but that looked really funny to me.
Yeah, I think most of these blooper fights are pretty much the same, so it's kind of easy to get the quick kills.
Yeah, on the second one you just have to like pull back to his mouth or whatever a little bit further, but that's not really any issue.
Miles also got that really cool movement there to that shine.
Okay, now time for the Blooper Red Coins. This shine is the bane of my existence. Grabbing the shine at the end in particular, but also just kind of the entire thing. Like, if you miss a red coin, which can happen somewhat easily, looping back around for it can be pretty tricky. And, like, if you hit anything with the blooper, that's typically just gonna kill you. And then you have to do the whole level over again.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people mess this up, and it's like killed the run. Just because it's, you know, hard, and I think the hardest bit is the end, if I recall, because you have to do it in such a way that like you don't disqualify yourself. By like, you know, I think it's just so weird grabbing this shine here, because I think if you knock the blooper into the thing, then obviously you have to do it all again.
Yeah. Despot not having any issues though, fortunately enough.
Yeah, yeah. Seems pretty clean.
Now time for the Ricoh Shadow Mario. This is like the only Shadow Mario that I know how to kill fast.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think isn't the hardest Shadow Mario like the one in Noki? Or is it just kind of like subjective to which one's like the hardest?
I think you're right. I think the Noki one is pretty hard because he like once Shadow Mario gets moving, he starts swimming into the water, and I don't think you can hit him at all while he's in the water. And then you have a bit of time before he starts wall jumping up, and if you don't kill him in that time, then things can spiral out of control pretty badly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, if you do big sprays, he just dies. That's not true. It's not that simple.
Oh hey, this level kinda looks familiar.
Yeah, so this part of the route comes back to Bianco. Typically you do both Bianco 6 and Bianco 7, but Despin ended up needing to do Bianco 6 earlier, so he's just going to do this and then leave and go fight Shadow Mario in Delfino Plaza and get Yoshi in order to enter Serena Beach.
Yeah. And yeah. That's been done alright this run. Not really seen him like mess up any of those quick Shadow Mario kills.
Yeah, overall, both of these runners seem to be on pretty good runs as far as I can tell. Like, there haven't really been very many like notable mistakes, I don't think. And Sunshine is such a hard game to play consistently.
Yeah. Miles also getting a pretty good blooper thing. I don't know. Serena Beach is the one with all the with like the casino and stuff, right? Or is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first one is fighting the Manta, which I think for a lot of runners is the really annoying shine because you're pretty deep into the run and kind of a lot of different things can happen. Like you gotta start killing the Manta, and the more you hit it, the more they all split apart. So I think, and then they all move around pretty sporadically. So there's a lot of variability. I think even if it's not like pure RNG like some of the other stuff like PD or the King Boo fight.
Yeah, I think Manta is definitely a strat I've seen top runners like Ninja Day try to optimize and obviously practice a lot, but it still ends up doing badly sometimes in runs. So yeah, it can be quite annoying to do.
That looks pretty good.
Right. Miles is now doing his Bianco 6. Yeah. And 7, I assume.
Yeah, so this is it looked like Miles was only a couple minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes behind Despin for most of the Sunshine portion of this relay race, but now that their routes have kind of reconverged since Despin had done Bianca 6 early on and now Miles is doing it now, you can see the difference, more like about 4 minutes total between the SM64 and Sunshine races.
Yeah.
So, this is this is another secret level I think that Despin's going into. I don't know how to describe it, but I know that I hate this one. I think this might be my personal least favorite secret, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I think this secret is kind of one that a lot of people kind of overlook, I guess. Because obviously you have to kind of like use Mario to break those blocks, and then obviously there's the sand platforms. So you can't.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
I was about to say it's really easy to die because you can't go back onto the sand platforms, and yeah, it can be difficult to do.
Yeah. So first of all, I find that block breaking, doing it fast is like kind of tricky because you have to do the spin wall jump thing, like after you hit the block and everything, to keep wall jumping up instead of falling back down after every single block. But yeah, Despin not having an issue with the same platforms that next time. Doing a nice big ol' spin jump off of the rotating platform right to the end. Pretty sick. Miles getting Yoshi now. Gonna start up on Serena 1, the Manta fight.
Yeah, so Despin is 2 story shines ahead. Whatever that converts to in real time.
Okay, so Despin. Okay, for a second I wasn't. For a second I thought I was confused because you did a weird ledge grab. But no, this is the. You gotta take the banana up to the top and then you can do a clip up to the shine there. The plague of many casual runners is this level, but this clip is pretty easy if you know how to do it. You basically just backflip and then throw the fruit right into the shine.
Yeah, I believe it skips you having to go through all of rooms.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
then at the end you unlock that shine. Yeah. And I think it's really weird because you have to go through all the different doors and stuff. And they take you out to like different places and it's just like
Yeah, it's like a maze, but there's like 2 or 3 floors to it that you gotta deal with.
yeah, so that can be quite annoying. So it's good that the speakers don't have to go through all that and they can just do the clip.
And then similarly going into the casino, if there's a pretty simple skip that they can do here to get behind the curtain and just enter right into the secret, but and that skips like a whole bunch of RNG with the slot machines and everything that would take forever.
Yeah. Is that where you have to like spray the tiles on the wall and you reveal like a shiner or something? Or am I thinking
Yeah.
of something else?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's 2 slot machines that you have to get like 777s on the sides, and then that unlocks that question mark thing, which is super jank. And then once you complete that, you can enter the secret, but they just go up and over the wall.
Okay, Despin, that was kind of scary, but he did it.
Yeah, this secret looks crazy when they do it optimally. So yeah, now time for the King Boo fight. I think this is like the biggest source of RNG in the entire run, and it's an hour in, which sucks.
Yeah. We've talked about a lot of RNG in this speedrun, but yeah, I think nothing can quite compare to how irritating the King Boo fight is. So you basically have 3 minimum cycles that you can get, in between like the correct ones that you want, because I believe you want the fruit to shoot out, so you can throw the chili pepper into the King Boo. And you can get so hecked by RNG. So this can get pretty ridiculous pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I think it's typical to see somewhere between like 0 and 2 extra cycles on top of all the required cycles, but if I recall correctly, I don't think there's any real limit. I think if you get unlucky enough, King Boo can just kind of keep going and giving you extra cycles. So there's a lot of potential to go wrong.
Yeah. So we'll just see what kind of RNG Despin gets. Obviously, I think Team Pizza and Miles will be pretty excited to see him get awful RNG.
So far, so good. No extra cycles between the first fruit and the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Miles is about to enter the casino now.
And perfect RNG looks like for Despin.
Yeah. So, if Miles gets similar RNG, aka no extra cycles, then he shouldn't lose any time. But unfortunately, based on the odds, we might see Miles lose time, but hopefully not.
Another SpeedGaming raid, PogChamp.
PogChamp.
Okay, now Despin is going into the goop cleanup. I don't like the stage because of how much spam spraying you have to do. Also, so I don't even remember because I haven't been paying attention. I'm pretty sure Despin is on Japanese, and the goop cleanup is a little bit stricter on Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. So you gotta really spam spray and get like every little corner of all the goo.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that there was like differences between like how like levels would play between like Japanese and obviously I think a lot of people speedrun on like Italian. So yeah, that's interesting to note.
Yeah, I think Japanese is like essentially like the 1.0 of this game, and then later versions have differences. I don't really know the whole list of them. I know Italian. Actually, no, I don't know. I was gonna say it has the fastest text, but I'm actually not even certain about that. But yeah, I think it's basically between Italian and Japanese. They're both pretty fast, but I think top runners prefer Japanese.
Yeah, I think it's weird because obviously traditionally you would have PAL and NTSC. And I think Italian was the fastest text to use for PAL and stuff.
Individually, Miles is only 30 seconds behind on Despin. So yeah, pretty close race between these two. It's always sick to see. And again, Sunshine is like so freaking hard to play consistently in.
See, I know that they're not synced, but it just looks like they're synced, and it's really messing with me. But yeah, Miles is didn't enter his own King Boo fight.
Italian is faster because it's just Il Piantissimo translating it. See, I always figured Italian was fast because it was, Mario is Italian, so like he can read it all really fast.
Alright, it's the first fruit cycle. Pog.
Alright, heading into Noki. Last stage before the end of the game. I'm pretty sure this is like one of the top couple most difficult stages for top runners.
Yeah, I think Noki is... Obviously there's a lot of hard parts in this run, but I think any runner will probably tell you that Noki's pretty hard, especially if you're on pace and you're heading into really late game. So obviously you'll have a lot of nerves coming into like this stage.
Yeah, the first couple
so,
shines have a lot of really crazy platforming. Like you can see Despin getting up here. This part of Noki is very vertical. I guess Noki in general is like pretty vertical. So there's a lot to potentially go wrong and a lot of like cool movement to see.
Alright. I may stream keeps lagging, so I don't know if Miles has gotten any extra cycles or not, but it looks like he's gotten the same RNG. I don't think he got any extra cycles unless I missed it, which is good. I also like watching this stage a lot, because just watching like Despin's platforming is just so satisfying, like with all the wall jumps and stuff. And I believe you do a clip here with the blue springy thingy to get a shine out of bounds. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really even understand what the point of that spring is, but it's very convenient for doing that clip. Because the intended way is to go way around the level and then fight the blooper, but you can just do that instead.
Yeah, I think intentional, like in casual SMS, it's probably to help Mario get a bit more height for the vertical stage. Then obviously in the speedrun, because of the way it expands and stuff, it kind of just pushes Mario through the wall in such a way that it helps you get a shine. So yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, and then just been going into the red coins here. I am so perplexed by the way the underwater movement works. It's so freaking unintuitive. It makes no sense to me. Mario goes zooming forward and back whenever he uses the hover nozzle. Just like the steering is really weird. You pretty much have to do Y turns as you see Despin doing here if you want to turn with any reasonably small turning radius.
Yeah, kind of off topic, but if you've ever seen a hoverless speedrun of SMS, this is such a ridiculously difficult stage to do.
Huh, I never thought about that.
And you can't like miss any roads.
Yeah, that would be pretty weird. Yeah, there's like an updraft or like upwards stream where one of the red coins is. So I guess like every time you fall down, you would have to just re-enter that, and then like fall back down or whatever already you missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that level prepares you for the eel fight, which also absolutely perplexes me. That I kind of understand the mechanics of it. Like I think you can spray the four middle teeth without the eel like reacting or anything, but I think once you spray the corner teeth, except for the gold one, then it will like do an attack, and then I think you want to like try to minimize the amount that it does that, because then it goes back down and you have to wait for it.
Yeah, I think the eel as a whole is just very weird. Again, I think I've definitely seen runners lose a lot of time in this level. I don't know if it's RNG or not, or if because they just like didn't do it fast enough. But yeah, it can like just messing up here can just kill the run. Your eel cutscene skip?
Oh yeah. If you take damage, then you get iframes, and then if you have iframes, when the fight ends, then the cutscene that normally plays just doesn't happen, or something like that. And it saves some time. I actually did it by accident in my casual playthrough, and then when I did my first speedrun, I got that cutscene, and I was like, what is this cutscene? Why did this just happen? Because I didn't take damage at that in that one moment.
Yeah, the runs are live. It's just the streams are about 1 minute behind also than the actual runs itself. And also there's quite a bit of downtime in this run between the cutscenes and like obviously like when you finish grabbing a shine, people can usually type in chat. So there's quite a lot of opportunity to share their thoughts, I suppose. Yeah, Miles also having really nice movement. As he says that, he bumped on the wall. But yeah. Gets it first try. Nice. Which is good because obviously Despin had to reset it up again.
Yeah, and Despin doing the Piantissimo race. This one is so much easier than the other ones, I feel like, which is kind of funny to me because Noki's supposed to be the last stage, but nice little bit of downtime for the speedrun. Alright, now Shadow Mario, I think? No. Wait, oh I forgot. I forgot about Noki
No.
6th. This is a really hard shine. Getting up to the secret is like pretty flashy. They do a bunch of like jumps off of the wires and stuff. And then the secret itself is also very tight. I think that's another one where there's like those cycles with the rotating platforms with the colored pegs that you gotta think about.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I kind of like seeing like the line jump movement. Like, it must be hard to pull off, but I just like seeing it.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah. I think Noki 6 is obviously because it's one of like the last levels that you do. It's probably more difficult to do with a floodless. But yeah, isn't there also a platform that's pretty easy to slip off? Or no, okay, never mind. Yeah,
I
you're
would
just
be
gonna
inclined
have
to say
to.
yes. Just because, like, that's
I
how
mean,
this game
no,
is.
it wasn't what I was thinking of, but yeah, you're right. It has those rotating platforms. Everything
Everything
goes
here.
easy. Yeah, but it wasn't what I was thinking of. It may be easy to slip off, but it, at the same time, it's not what I was thinking of, so it's fine.
Well, yeah, that's just, at least in my opinion, that's how Sunshine is, though. Just kind of like, oh, the thing that's easy to slip off, that's like literally the entire game. But especially like the secret levels and stuff, because there's so many rotating platforms in them.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the entire game has water in it, so that's probably why it's so slippery.
And yeah, somehow the stages where you don't have any water, those are the slipperiest.
Alright. Are we on a... Are we doing Corona
It's the
Mountain
end.
yet?
Yes,
Okay.
Corona Mountain time. I was just staring at Miles doing the eel fight because I so don't understand it. Like, it seems so hard to navigate with the camera way up close to Mario, and like the hitboxes on the edges of the eel's mouth. They're weird and everything. Pretty impressive stuff to be able to handle it all. That's been look like he didn't quite get the movement he wanted there. Did a little bit of a safe backup.
Yeah, this is a pretty spooky level. Like, well, yeah, because I think especially in like 120 shines, because you have to get the coins as well with the boat. Luckily, you don't have to do that in any percent, but you still have to ride the boat. And if you crash into like a wall or anything, or like those pillar thingies, yeah, you get hit. But Dustbin should be entering the final fight here. Avoid the dupe. And again, there is more RNG, because why wouldn't there be RNG in this game in the final fight?
Mario! I love the voices in this game. I kind of like, forgot to mention that earlier, but this game has the most godlike voices of any Mario game. That's probably the strongest aspect of this entire game. Even better than its movement. Just like all the...
Don't hit by the dupe.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Gotta ground pound all these platforms. Oh, what even happened?
Okay.
You got hit so high in the air. Never seen that.
Dustbin.
Okay, so far so good though. Or, you know, nothing too deadly. Ooh, getting stuck a little bit on the falling platform. You don't want to be down there for too long or else you will just die. But getting out of danger.
Yeah. Not being the greatest fight ever, but hasn't died.
Yeah, there it is.
Alright. GG's to Despin. So yeah, I'm just gonna switch over to Super Mario Odyssey. Got Dr. Katie coming up on Team Luigi's screen momentarily. Oh wait, I'm hacking up. There we go. Wait. Sorry, I'm just having a meltdown because the commentary controls say Dr. KT twice. So I now just mark it as done and hope it doesn't mess up anything. Okay, I definitely messed up something.
I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest. So.
You know the little stars and stuff in the top right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, everyone. The best speed game in existence. You know?
Indeed. The best one. Yeah, the colors on Dr. KT's side looking a little bit weird. Topper has like some black accents on his ears and stuff, and Mario's hat looking pretty black. Not quite sure what's going on there. Usually Mario's head is red. You know. I assume it's some weird capture card shenanigans. Like you can see with the logo, it was like kind of black and then turn red. Shouldn't really make any difference though, just kind of funny to see.
Yeah, what was that? Maybe his Switch settings are a bit weird, but I don't know.
These colors are crazy. Anyway, Miles entering Chronomad. Hopefully everything goes well. Oh, Dr. KT missing the first moon rock with the chain jump, going a little bit too hasty.
Alright.
Look at the colors, oh my god. There's so much detail in the background of the story moon cutscene, I never even realized, because it's usually all just like pretty red.
So yeah, Dr. KT is one of the best Japanese runners in SMO. And he has a 1 hour and 31 second PB. So we'll be a bit behind Tyrone in PB alone. But based on how the how the other races have gone, it's probably gonna take Tyrone like a bit to come back.
Mario, how dare you disturb my family vacation?
How dare you disturb my family vacation? Brr. God, the voice acting is so good. It's so funny. Anyway, down to the Bowser fight. Did he just chroma key her head? That is kind of what it seems like, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Run validated, careful.
Alright, Miles finishing up here with a 120. Yeah, 40 seconds. Very nice.
Seem to have a better final fight at least than this one. But yeah, gonna have Tyrone 18 starting up on Team Pizza. Well, he's gonna do DSTA minus 30 because he's a mad lad. Second place on the SMO leaderboards.
Yeah, Dr. KT, I think he went for a chest clip there and missed it. Had to do the backup.
Yeah. There's quite a few top runners who miss chest clip. It's one of those things that I think you kind of just get better with time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even do it in runs. I have no interest in missing it and having to reset in Cascade at the end of Cascade.
Yo, manual DSTA.
Oh, interesting.
He must have lost a lot of time. Or maybe he just didn't set it up or something.
I don't know if I just looked at the screen too late, but it almost looked like he had the time at 1:58 before he changed it. Was that right? Because that would imply that he was like too fast by like a notable amount. That's kind of strange to me.
I don't know, because his Cascade exit was a 5:56. So, and you don't really see people with a 1:00 having a 5:56.
Yeah. In any case, gonna plant the seed here. Go through the town. The town section is pretty awkward. Interesting strat there, kind of like fading back away from the building on the cap bounce. There's a lot of things that can eat near cap throw, so that if you dive after Cappy, then you'll just end up mocking instead of bouncing on Cappy.
No, this run looks terrible. Not run. This room looks terrible.
It looks so run down. And that one building is just totally dark. Or actually, a few of the buildings are looking like very black.
Yeah, I wonder what made him decide to chroma key out red. Maybe it's because he's Luigi.
The shop, black and yellow. It looks pretty cool, honestly.
It's kind of how like superstar modes look sometimes. You know, when they like edit how their levels look.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's JT. Didn't I come up to a trick called Drum Strut after this outro moon, named after the runner Drum 55, who discovered it and didn't want the trick named after him, so we call everything in this game Dram. This for it.
Alright, Tyron already in Cascade, God Gamer, skipping Cap Kingdom. Going
Yo,
for it.
doing DSS.
Of course.
Oh,
Getting it first try, too easy.
too easy.
The Cascade Master.
Oh,
a little
never
long.
mind, he bonked.
Never mind. It's ruined. But seriously,
Yeah,
that trick right there, for those who don't know, where he just kind of like dove at the wall and then jumped. Not a wall jump, but like he like did a cap return jump off of it. That's like a really precise trick. That's a major reset point. And a lot of runners would avoid doing it in races. A lot of people don't even do it in runs just because of the nature of it. But Tyron the God doing it in a race anyway.
Yeah, it is kind of risky because it saves 10 seconds, but you can also lose a lot of time quite easily. And if you do DSTA before the run, it's kind of hard to like set it up in a race because you don't know if you're actually gonna get DSS or not. But yeah, probably won't be seeing any issues with DSTA.
Yeah, the poison pond on Dr. KT's stream looked insane. Just like pitch black around the Jackson Island. But yeah, well, it looks like a pretty good sand so far overall, though. Going towards the end, gonna do the notes moon to round it out.
It's so trippy to see some things that I'm used to seeing, like, and then it's just black. Is he turning his camera to... Okay. I thought he turned his camera there to, do the rolls to the Odyssey.
That would be pretty surprising to see.
Alright, so we got Tyron entering Sand just as Dr. KT's leaving it. So it's gonna be a good race for Tyron to catch up here. He's probably gonna do a trick called Lake Clip, which is basically faster than the regular lake route where you fight Rango. Because in Lake Clip, you don't have to fight Rango and you have to watch the cutscenes that happen after Rango. But it's also quite difficult. And there's quite a few ways to like spend a lot of time doing Lake Clip, and there's also ways to loses quite a bit if you do mess it up. So yeah, he might be going for it. I know quite a few people don't do Lake Clip in races. Yeah, he is setting it up here.
Ooh, looks good.
Okay, that looks good. I thought it looked weird because of the way that Cappy went. But yeah, got it fine, did it first try.
Alright, no reverse town from Tyrant. There's a strat that saves about a second or something that you can do. Where you do the first few moons in sand in the town area. Ooh, bouncing on the heads of the shopkeepers. Where you do them in reverse order, but you also have to do your DSTA offset like 10 or 12 seconds higher or something. And then it makes it makes the window a lot smaller. Like, it makes it so that you have to set the window back, but then if you end up being slow, then you're more likely to end up missing the window. Like, if you miss DSS once, I think it becomes very tight to still get the DSTA window.
Yeah. Reverse town is quite a tricky thing to do, and it's also pretty inconsistent at the moment. Like, there's so many places for a runner to bonk, and there's like genuinely kind of lose time of it. But like you said, it does save like around a second, but also so does more consistent for people. Which Tyrone will probably be doing instead of the regular Jaxie skip.
Yeah, reverse Jaxie is pretty cool. Yeah, it's not too hard, I don't think, but saves about a second and looks pretty flashy. So instead of going towards the, I think Dr. KT did normal Jaxie, but yeah, Tyrone is gonna go to the Jaxie Island from this way, get the chest, and then go get the pillar and block moon afterwards. And you're gonna see he's gonna do a manipulation with the bullet bill. He's gonna break the block open without even capturing the bill. So after he gets this pillar moon, or right before he gets it, the bullet bill is gonna spawn. So it's already spawned right now. And now he needs to head behind the block for the bill to follow. Because it just generally heads in the direction that Mario is. So there it is. You lead it down the right path and then it ends up blowing up the block. So you don't have to capture it, because the capture animation is like a second and a half or something.
Yeah. I think in BTT you are meant to capture the bullet bill, but it's so weird. We call it invincible, and you have to like capture the bullet bill on the frame that it breaks the block or something. It's just weird. It doesn't save time RTA really, so
Yeah, it saves like
it
0.1 and it's
to go for.
Yeah, it saves like 0.1 even in BTT, and it's mega precise. I don't think, could be wrong, but I don't think it's even in the route for BTT right now, because BTT does all kinds of weird stuff in sand.
Yeah, it's not in the BTT anymore, but it used to be.
Yeah. So yeah, Dr. KT heading towards nut clip, gonna break open this nut and do a trick where you backflip and throw Cappy at the right moment in the backflip animation to get the moon grab. Looks like he clipped out. This route saves a pretty good bit of time. It's like half a minute or something. Ooh, clips back in bounds though. That's pretty unfortunate. Not the worst thing in the world, but he's gonna end up missing out on that out of bounds moon. You can do this backup where you land on the spawn on the wall. He's too far left. He might be a bit unfamiliar with his backup.
Yeah, the bad thing about missing nut clip is that this backup round loses optimally about 30 seconds. And he just lost probably about 15-20 there, struggling to get up. And he also has to get the story moon, which obviously loses more time than like getting a regular moon. So yeah, bit unfortunate to miss that.
The one thing that is not super bad though is that if you get nut clip and then get back in bounds there, it's a good bit faster than if you just miss nut clip entirely. Because the way you have to like loop all the way around to the wall to get up to the ramp takes a bit, but going out of bounds is basically a shortcut there. But yeah, for sure, missing the out of bounds moon is the big thing though, because that story moon takes so long. And that's the backup moon that you have to get.
KT not having a great wooded, really. So gonna be losing quite a bit of time here. But
yeah, wooded
it's
is really
definitely
hard.
a chance for Tyrone. Yeah, it's a chance for Tyrone to catch up. I believe Tyrone now has the wooded IR world record. taking it from Lucid. So he could definitely do some insane moves to make up quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty relatively agreed upon that Wooded is the hardest kingdom for any percent until you start doing Spearless Luncheon. There's just like
Yeah, I think
every part of Wooded is so difficult, and there's like not clip and other things that can lose really quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I think the reason why Wooded can be so hard is because obviously it's so movement orientated. And obviously you've got pipes, and if you mess up the cycle in pipes or take damage, then obviously that's time loss that you don't really want. But yeah, Tyron did that camera clip there, which is really weird. It's not really something to see in any percent really, like RTA. But I believe it still technically saves like frames or something.
Yeah, it's like a BTT strat, but it saves more in other categories typically because you don't have to go in and out of the room, whereas in 80% we just warp out after you get the moon either way. So Tyron doing it for the swag, I think.
I wonder where Tyron lost so much time. Because he barely had like a sub 13 late exit, and he usually gets like a 12 4x late. So maybe he lost some timing cap that we didn't get to see. Because I think the rest of this run has been alright.
But yeah, in any case, that's like, 15 seconds or something lost in the first 13 minutes. So pretty good for a race, even if it's not quite up to Tyron's personal standards. So I think he's been saving some good time relative to Dr. KT. Sand was sloppy. I guess it was in sand. I know I saw him mess up on the cactus moon. Something weird happened.
Oh yeah.
Where he spin through and then
he
didn't
missed
get
the
it.
spin through.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully he'll be able to get Knuckle up here and start to. If if he has a good Wooded, then that'll save a lot of time. Again, Wooded being so difficult and Dr. Luigi having some mistakes.
No, chat's saying that he missed the bird grab. But yeah, Tyron getting this nut clip fine. Does the scary long jump strat? It's so good to see, but it's scary at the same time because you can get soft lock. Oh, more jump plus ramp. Let's go, Tyrone. This is why we watch the Wooded content. I love that movement. It's so good. But yeah, gonna save quite a bit of time over Dr. KT now, which is good. Probably about 40 seconds, I'd say.
Yeah, and then Dr.
So
KT
definitely
in Cloud Kingdom, not gonna do the hint art though, that Turn will be doing later. You get the coin hint art that gives you 200 coins, so you don't have to grab one in Metro. Saves about a second.
Oh man. Yeah, the long jump to the outbounds moon is definitely harder. But if you're unaware, the regular strat of getting the outbounds moon is like kind of drop down Mario. Tyrone. Okay, you kind of drop Mario down a bit, and then you jump back up, and obviously the long jump skips you, like setting that up completely. So yeah. Oh no, KT taking a loss there. Oh, that's pretty bad. That loses a lot of time.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the long jump out of bounds strat has like significantly more risk of you clipping back inbounds, at which point you're like sort of soft locked and have to warp back to the beginning of the kingdom.
Yeah, like Lost. Oh wait, yeah, I learned about the Wooded soft lock. Yeah. So yeah, you can get soft lock pretty easy in Wooded. But yeah, in Lost, there's a lot of potential points for you to die, and you get teleported all the way back to the Odyssey. But yeah, if Tyrone doesn't die in Lost, and he does it perfectly, then he will have already saved one of the minutes up from the previous relays. And
Also,
that's
just Dr.
pretty
KT's
crazy.
Lost Kingdom looks insane with all the black poison.
Yeah, it's so weird to see.
Engage triple, pretty sick strat.
Oh, and then he gets the up throw strat. Alright. Again, I think that was either just over an 18 wooded or just barely a sub 18. But that would have been definitely sub 5 if he didn't lose 2 or 3 seconds, I believe, on the Nut Moon, where he like kind of messed up the movement. But otherwise, that seems pretty solid wooded, and he gets a really clean cloud boost.
So apparently Dr. KT had a 1942 wooded fade out, so Tyron's already saved almost 2 minutes.
Tyrone, he saved time doing a cloud boost, and then he immediately lost all the time saved by struggling to skip that cutscene.
Ooh, missing the strat. Yeah, so when you get that hint art, it becomes a lot tighter getting over to Bowser in time. You gotta triple jump onto the hat to activate it and do the typical trick to get the hat fast, but he missed it a little bit there. So Bowser gets the hat back and then jumps to another platform. I think it depends on which cycle you're on, but I think that loses somewhere in like 8 to 12 seconds.
Alright, looks like Dr. KT's doing the regular bullet bill strat here. It's pretty like safe movement to do the long jump and then the triple over what Tyrone will probably do later on with the Goomba hack. Which saves about a second, I believe.
Yeah, the Night Metro Tower for a top runner is pretty straightforward, but then there's that trick that Tyron will surely do that saves a second and makes it significantly harder.
Yeah, I think Night Metro is just hard in general, because obviously you've got so many poles, and the pole physics in this game is really jank. Alright, Dr. KT not having the best start to this Wiggler. Didn't get the shots that he probably wanted. But what really matters is the second phase, because this is like the most RNG heavy part of this run. Just trying to get a really good cycle.
Yeah. So in contrast to Super Mario Sunshine, this is like basically the worst RNG. There's different wiggler patterns, and like some of them are a little bit harder, and you might lose like a couple of seconds.
I can't even see the shots on the wiggler. This is pretty bad. Okay, that was very close to losing quite a lot of time.
Yeah, if you miss the cycle, then the wiggler like goes through it like restarts the phase basically, and you end up losing like 25 seconds.
Yeah. Alright, Tyron's loss was pretty good. I didn't see any mistakes.
So yeah, they're basically just about Night Metro worth apart, so a bit over 3 minutes.
Yeah, 2146 exit. So definitely not 40. Definitely not 57 pace. So no one's allowed to get excited about 57 in the chat. Alright.
Dr. KT going for a scoot clip, very nice. Getting the drive by. You lean Mario into the cage, and you can clip Mario in enough to get them in.
Yeah, drive-by is so fun to see runners doing. I think it's even funnier if you've ever seen like a runner do it and they have cam on, and you can like see them like with their arms stuck out, like drastically turning the controller. So that's always a fun one.
Yeah, for those who don't know, you wanna, for scoot clip, you basically wanna hold your controller upside down because when you lean the controller, it makes Mario lean on the scooter more when you do a turn, and then you pretty much have to do that for the scoot clip, so it's pretty awkward and yeah, pretty funny to see.
Yeah, and Tyron just did that Goomba strat that I was on about. So, it's his time. And Dr. KT getting nice slots there. So he's doing the bullet building route, and Tyron will also do it, and it saves about 3 seconds over the new musician's route. So traditionally you would get 2 musician moons and 1 other moon that's right by a musician. But this route replaces those moons with the 2 moons in this building and the 1 moon in the slots. But yeah, I had a bit of a struggle getting over to the actual bullet building because he didn't capture the pole correctly and he bumped, so gonna lose some time due to movement there.
Oh, very nice pattern. This is like, that's the easiest freaking pattern. Wiggler just moves in one giant loop. The big issue with other patterns is that when the different hitboxes of the Wiggler overlap, there are shenanigans where you'll try to hit one like piece of the Wiggler, but it's being blocked by another one that you've already hit. So pattern where it goes, where it doesn't like loop back on itself is very nice to see. Definitely the easiest one.
Yeah. And KT should be getting the pink tart here. That loses about a second over getting the cloud hint art, but the cloud hint art is kind of harder to get.
Yeah, and then since Tyron ended up messing it up, you know, that lost him like 9 seconds or something. So sometimes it's not worth it. And generally, obviously, like someone at Tyron's level is going to go for basically everything all the time, and you're going to save time on average. But sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah. So not the cleanest metro from KT, but definitely not awful. Like nothing bad has really. But yeah, definitely something that Tyron can improve on.
Talking to the bench guy, giving him a friend in exchange for a moon.
And selecting the Snow Kingdom. Most runners do Snow first, because obviously it's like the first selection, and it doesn't really matter if you do Snow or Seaside first. I guess you could argue Snow has some harder movement in it, like Snowdrome. But I have definitely seen Hey There in the past do Seaside first, for the coins. But yeah.
Yeah, they're like, it used to be back on like version 1.2 before the coin and Dartsworth thing. It was more common to do Seaside first because there's so many coins there, and then Snow has the shot moon that you need 100 for, but at this point, the coins aren't really a concern anymore. Ooh, the snow looking pretty spooky.
Yeah, why does Snow look so cursed? Alright, I wonder if Dr. Katie does the snow clip here, which saves, I used to think it saved 5 seconds, but I'm pretty sure it saves like 2 or 3.
The snow clip, I believe, saves 1. Or at least that's what I've heard.
What is this room?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're just like, ha, funny joke, saves 2 or 3.
Imagine such a giant time save for a chick. Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I think all 3 of these games in this relay are like this, but it's really just nuts how many minor time saves there are. Like, recently I've been looking at top runners like Tyron and Mitch and seeing like what all the different strat differences are between like me and them. Me having like just barely sub-hour and them having 57. It's like insane just how many tiny things there are. There's like dozens and dozens of strats that save less than half a second.
Yeah, whenever like Tyron or Mitch say they've discovered something new, it's like, guess how much time it saves? And it's always 0.2 seconds. Like, I don't know why. So yeah, like just the movement choices, and that, what you say, save like less than half a second. It's just like crazy, but obviously it all adds up, and you kind of have to go for the faster strats if you want to, you know, eventually go for like 57, 58.
Alright, so I think Tyron saved a good bit of time in Metro. I think they're more like, or I don't know, I think the difference is a little bit smaller now. I haven't really been paying super close attention to the fade outs because it's still a few minutes apart.
Yeah, I think Tyron must have saved some time because Dr. Katie had some movement mistakes, and I didn't see any from Tyron. 2 minute 15. Interesting.
I love the shop. Like the black and the yellow alternating colors. Looks so good. Alright, Dr. KT going for Snowdram here. It's one of the big trick jumps in any percent. Pretty easy to miss, but he gets it. Saves like 10 seconds or something over the alternate route, and if you miss it, it's around 20 to retry.
Yeah.
And then you can still miss it. It's 20 per try that you miss.
Snowdram is pretty difficult, but I feel like runners have just naturally gotten better at being consistent.
Yeah, it is only a 4 out of 10 trick jump, so must not be that hard, right?
That snow clip looks good. Yeah. So Tyron also getting the snow clip. Dr. KT is a Japanese runner with a 1 hour 0031. Yeah, that's pretty good movement to do to that first seaside moon. A lot of people can struggle with it when they're first coming out with getting into this speed game. And yeah, all the moons are black.
Oh, that's so good. But yeah, the Seaside is a pretty easy kingdom. but the first few moons are the hard part before you end up getting the fish captured. The first moon is pretty tricky, and this third moon here that Dr. KT got with the up throw strat, very nice. Those moons are pretty easy to mess up. But once you get the fish, everything starts becoming more minor. Time losses are usually only like a second. Like if you get a fish block or something, or take damage, that's like 2.5 seconds or something. But
Yeah,
there is
also,
something that can go wrong at the end.
yeah, it's also depends on like obviously you know the fish lines that you take. That like I know people who go from like a 318 to like a 314 seaside just because they've gotten better at doing fish lines and stuff. So it's like a really deceptive kingdom to lose time in.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, the only true major time loss that can happen in Seaside is with the out of bounds movement. Dr. KT is gonna grab this moon with the kelp here, and then after that there's a trick to get out of bounds, and you gotta grab one moon and then stay out of bounds. You can enter the Sphinx room a lot faster than if you talk to the Sphinx. But if anything goes wrong, like if you clip back in bounds, or if somehow you happen to kill the fish, although I don't know how that would happen, then you can lose a lot of time.
Yeah, messed up a bit there, but didn't clip back in. So not the worst thing to happen. Oh, and also not hitting the chest. So all in all, not an awful seaside.
So yeah, the gap is getting smaller, kingdom to kingdom, for sure. As we would kind of expect to see, Taran is, you know, the second best player at SMO. And he's very, very consistent. Or, you know, he has the second best PB, and he's, like, extremely consistent, so... Very strong racer.
Alright, so Luncheon's gonna be a weird kingdom. Because I expect Dr. KT to just... Oh, God. I expect him to just do the regular luncheon route as opposed to... no. Just opposed to, like, spiritless luncheon.
Yeah, for sure.
So, that means that Tyron's gonna automatically save about 10 seconds or so.
Luncheon, typically a
Maybe.
very colorful kingdom, but not on Dr. KT's copy of Super Mario Odyssey.
I thought he was actually gonna do it then because of how far right he went.
So yeah, as you alluded to, Tyron, I believe, will be doing an alternate route of Luncheon, which is pretty different, and it's way, way harder, where you end up skipping the Spirit fight, and as a result, you cannot get the other story moons in this kingdom, so there's the Cheese Moon, and then after that there's the Meat Multi-Moon, so that's 5 moons total that you have to replace. And again, it's like super difficult, and it saves, I don't know, like 8 to 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, it's actually crazy when the luncheon route was first, like, conceived of, and I was just like, there's no way we're gonna do this in runs, and then we're doing it in runs.
I think it was
Yeah.
theorized for a really long time. Like, I think Limcube was really into the idea of it, if I recall correctly. But back on version 1.0, there were slower load times, and Spiritless involves a lot of extra load times. So the new 1.3 version, it became a lot more like, you know, potentially faster. But yeah, Dr. KT with some trouble there, taking 2 damage on the
Yeah,
lava.
that was really scary. He could have died there. But yeah, Tyron's saying he had a 311 seaside, which is pretty good, because I
Wow.
believe the best seaside is a 310, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, we get to see some really cool luncheon strats here from Tyrone, which is it's gonna be pretty pog, honestly.
The lava looks insane. I love it. And the Podoboo popping out. Nice and bright.
Yeah, he's gonna do the Fox Siberia, which can be very good or can really mess up by accident. Yeah, here's the trick jump from Tyrone. Oh, yo, Pog, the first step in spiritless launching. Actually skipping spirit, no way. So yeah, hopefully manages to have a really good luncheon here. It's gonna be exciting to see. Tyrone, don't make me commentator's curse. Thank you.
Not too bad, but just not ideal. Dr.
Yeah.
KT doing the camera manip for the pan, bro. Supposedly that's faster, although that doesn't really make any sense to me. Pretty nice though, pretty good juice hits overall, except for taking damage on the spiny. Oh, and time loss spam on the pan, bro. I think he had an extra recapture before that as well.
Okay. Pretty scary luncheons all around.
So yeah, the Podoboos don't spawn in this state of luncheon, because you're not even supposed to be over here without having Spewer already, so there's gonna be some forced damage being taken by Tyron, both going to forks and then away from forks, towards the turnips.
Looks like he's also having a good fox room, but I'm not gonna confirm until I see him get the last moon.
I believe in him.
Yeah, good fox from Tyrone. And yeah, KT is gonna do the one of the well, it's actually the easiest multi-moon in this game because you can just sort of cut through dive, and it's just really easy.
Yeah, really fast pre-moons, which is part of why, even though the spirit fight is super long and slow, it's like, it's a very slow one single moon. Even skipping it ends up not saving a whole ton of time because you miss out on these moons. Doing the turnip movement though, that the turnips are very annoying. Looked very good though. That's like,
yeah, that was good. But yeah, because in this route that Tyron's doing, you enter the shop and you enter another sub-area. So the time that you would probably save from skipping all those cutscenes, you kind of have to take into account of like all the room transitions that you're going in, and, like the tech smashing and stuff. So yeah.
yeah, like with the normal route, you go in and out of 2 sub areas, I think, and then. But then with Spiritless, you go like in and out of 5, I think, in total. Like there's the slots and the shop, and then also the Podoboo sub area that you don't do normally.
Sorry, taking a bump there. Messed up the movement coming out of the shop.
Now here is the biggest trick in Spiritless Luncheon. You gotta, there's invisible blocks that are part of like the normal piece of the stage after you get this cheese moon. That part of the stage is not there, but the invisible blocks are. So you gotta do this trick jump onto them. You can't see them until you hit them. And it's kind of a tight jump. Nails it though.
Yeah, it's really hard, but he nailed it. And Dr. KT is in the ruin fight, the SMO equivalent of the Sunshine cutscenes.
Looks so cool. It's like black and white.
Here
clean
can see
front of
until
the room.
Tyro focus on his run.
Car oil, the Dr. KT luncheon. Alright, now he's gotta grab the timer challenge before he can finish the kingdom.
Oh yeah, I forgot this timer challenge is a thing. But yeah, now we have both runners into ruins pretty much. Because it's just an auto scroller, I just like to take this part of the run to shout out, obviously, all the runners who have raced today. You know, all the way like a few hours ago with the SM64 runners. Heck, I typed in the command wrong. So yeah, shout outs to Electric Miles, Genghis Gravy, Cryptic, Despin, and obviously Tyrone and Dr. JT. Make sure you give them all a follow as a thank you for putting on a really good relay race for us today.
Yeah, also just the organization going into this tournament is pretty insane. 32 teams of 3 different runners, so 96 top runners across 3 games. And then every match has to have 6 players that you gotta try to coordinate. So, shout outs to everybody, including Doge, for organizing this tournament. It's pretty sick. Alright, so Dr. KT gonna enter Bowser's Kingdom. Pretty hard kingdom, especially towards the end of the run.
I doubt it's gonna look good, because there's a lot of red in the kingdom.
Not too crazy so far, surprisingly. I guess this narrowly misses the chroma key. Bowser's Kingdom full of story moons. You have to beat the mech fight in order to leave the kingdom. Most kingdoms, it's just a moon count requirement to leave. Bowser's has an 8 moon requirement, but you can't even get to the game doesn't even let you leave with 8 moons until you've beaten the mech. And in order to get there, you need 3 other story moons. So that's most of the kingdom right there.
Yeah. So KT's got to do shards now. Probably one of the more movement demanding moons, since you have to kind of be a bit precise on how to like acquire these shards. And there's some really cool strats that runners kind of do to make sure that they get all of them without, you know, like taking damage or anything.
Yeah, shards is really cool to see when it goes well, and Dr. KT had a really smooth one. Like the triple jump dive back strat that he had for the second shard. Everything looked really good there. When it goes well, yeah. Shards is really hard, so pretty often it doesn't go well compared to a lot of other things.
I'm doing Bowser Drum here as well. Makes it next.
Yeah, another one of those tricks that saves like 1 to 2 seconds or something. Harriet with the nice black dress. Dressing up for the occasion.
How nice of him. Yeah, that was a weird Ogre from Tyrone.
Area going to her own funeral. Sure. Topper very disrespectfully wearing a green, very green suit. The effect of
Very fitting for Team Luigi though.
Sure. I like the effect that's normally red that shows where he's gonna hit with his hands, but
Alright,
nice
you
dark
see
black.
this fiddler shards?
Yeah, Tyron doing a completely different shards route that saves. I think with Bardless it saves like 3 seconds or something.
Something
36 strats.
really cool to see. Alright, so that comes to the ends of the bunny split for Dr. Katie, so next is entirely the mech split. Probably one of the more difficult parts, really, of this run. Because you have to make sure that you like get the crates and the blind jump, and also you have to do mech find. And I also thought it was too low.
Yeah, that looked a little bit
Oh,
concerning on the crates.
But yeah, here's the blind jump. You can kind of... Okay, you can bunk yourself in that fence because it's got a really big hitbox. And if you're not careful, then yeah, you'll die there.
Oh, new PogChamp emote. Incredible.
PogChamp. Alright, so he's entering the mech now. Mech fight. And this is probably... Okay, yeah, he fell off. As I say, this is probably one of the last parts of the run where Tyrone can really come back. By falling off, you lose the... I don't know if you say, like, lose like 10 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, it kind of depends. Like the climb, I think, yeah, usually is gonna lose you somewhere around 10, but it depends how you back it up. Especially the backup for the climb at the beginning is pretty weird because the camera doesn't work the same doing it after the first time at the very beginning of the fight. But KT backed it up fine, so not too big of a time loss.
Yeah, seems to have a bit of an issue, but as long as he doesn't miss target acquired, then he shouldn't be okay. Yeah. So, not the worst thing ever to happen in a race, but still loses a bit of time.
Look at the multi-move. It's like an evil multi-move. Dark energy.
Right, yeah, so now it's Tyrone undergo the mech fight. Having a much better climb there, for sure.
Cool.
Okay, never mind. I take it back. Terrible climb.
Yeah, so falling off the mech after you hit the first level definitely loses more time. You gotta back up this phase really carefully though. Yeah, see, if you the way the mech spits out the bombs and then the bird on this specific phase, it ends up closing up the wooden parts of its leg really quickly, so I think you pretty much have to capture the bird while it's falling if you don't want it to take another few steps.
Yeah, Tyron definitely didn't want to lose any more time.
Dr. KT at the start of Moon gonna do some big old vectors, which for those who don't know, it's actually faster to do your jumps not in a straight line in this game. If you curve them right, you end up getting extra distance on them. Very nice vectors.
Yeah, doesn't get hit by the moon snake either. It's always good to see. Let's see. Well, obviously, if you're a top runner, like a 100 level, then you should be really getting this moon skip first try. But there have definitely been instances where runs have died to it. Okay.
Dr. KT not quite getting it. The main hang-up that beginners tend to have is that they don't let themselves go all the way up on the ground pound jump before throwing Cappy. It kind of looked like Dr. KT did that the first time, just like didn't quite get the full height out of it. I thought he would still be fine, but a little bit too low on the first wall jump in order to get the second one though.
Yeah, my issue usually is not doing left enough, apparently. So, yeah. Did it for him. And a pause. Another pause. Alright, so Dr. KT is losing a bit of time in this moon.
And black carpet was very nice. Emo wedding. So yeah, this Bowser fight, not too hard. No, you just gotta like be focused. Don't like miscount the number of times you have to hit Bowser at the end of each phase. Or anything too bad like that. It's kind of like the Cloud fight, but actually easier because of the extra attack that Bowser does with the flamethrower. That just gives you more time to get in position to do the fast hits.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of this fight is the fact that the fire only has like a really small hitbox.
Yeah, his flamethrower is basically just like a thin line on the floor. There's no verticality to it at all, so you can actually roll over it or just do like a tiny jump or just anything to get over it and not take any damage, even if it looks like you should.
Tyron also messing up the moon step. Apparently my commentator's cursed. Messed up both runners, but he's doing one more jump, which is a bit harder. And it saves a tiny bit of time. Oh, I didn't see what escape he needed, but looks like it's gonna be a sub 103 pace, maybe. If he gets a... Yeah, if he gets like a 215 escape or something.
Yeah. Yeah, should most likely be 1 or 2.
I think one more jump means skip saves like a second, if I remember correctly.
I think it depends on how you do it. If you do it optimally, I want to say it's like 1.5, but it's like extra hard. So for RTA purposes, usually they'll do like a side flip instead of a vault and do a cap stall on the wall to get a little bit of extra height. And both of those things, I think, lose you a little bit of time. Like almost half a second each. Alright, Dr. KT coming up to pillars. One of the hardest parts of the run. There's just like, it's such an awkward room. It's also very hard to practice because in order to redo it, you have to die and start at the very beginning of Escape. Yeah, so you gotta hit each of these pillars 5 times with fireballs. You wanna get that first pillar pretty quickly and then make your way to the second one. There's a lot of potential for input drops because this game tends to drop inputs when things collide, like when Cappy hits an enemy or something, or when the fireballs hit the pillar. And then also every fireball is a motion input, so you're shaking your controller like the friggin' madman for the entire room. But pretty good pillars overall from Dr. KT. Pretty good.
Yeah, so pretty good run overall. About 2 minutes behind his PB, but nonetheless, Dr. KT has finished first. GG's. Yeah, it's gonna be a win for Team Luigi overall. It's been a pretty good relay race overall, actually. Just had some unfortunate hiccups through the way.
Yeah, it seems like
Aaron attempts 2D assists.
Yeah, it seems like the Super Mario 64 race pretty much decided it, and obviously Team Pizza did their best to come back, but Team Luigi playing too strong for the rest of the relay.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a definite 59 for Tyrone.
Yeah, low 59. Ooh, really sick first pillar. Yeah, you can see a little bit of a mistake on the second pillar. His second fireball at it was like, he didn't jump up in time to shoot the fireball. Again, this turret is just very tricky and just trying to maneuver it. Be good though.
Yeah, it's still a pretty good run.
Yeah, sub-hour in a race is always impressive, although I'm sure Tyron is mad at himself for not getting a 58:30.
Yeah. GG's.
GG.
Alright. Thank you to all the runners. I don't know if we're doing interviews or not.
Hey, it looks like some of the runners are down to do an interview, so that's cool.
Alright, can get them some invite link. Okay. Alright, just getting the runners in. Alright, we got someone set up. Alright, I think we've got one from every speed game at least. So yeah, let's bring them in.
Oh. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
GG,
Hi,
guys.
GG's.
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 How's a fun race?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Tried my best to bring it back, but
Yeah, it was pretty fun to watch.
Sag.
Yeah.
Good Batman. Oh well. GG's. Oh, Miles is here too. Oh, there it is. Hello.
Alright,
Hello.
so in VC we've got Miles, Gravy, Tyron18, and we've got Despin. How are you all feeling? Preferably SM64, 2 SMS, and SMO, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know if Cryptic's here. Probably
Yeah.
mad.
He probably went back to sleep, honestly. He woke up at like
Yeah.
5.
Probably.
I feel so bad for how early he had to wake up.
Yeah, no, he didn't. I messaged him last night and he said he didn't even remember that his run was tomorrow. So.
Oh god. Monk,
And then he woke up like 30 minutes before on accident, and he thought he missed the entire race. And I reminded him it's in 30 minutes, so he didn't have much time to practice.
Monk.
So I feel bad, but
holy cow.
I was telling myself going in, I'm like, my job isn't to beat Cryptic. It's just to make it close enough so that we have a chance to win. But TTC, man.
That was my goal too, but then I had to play catch up, and that was not really what I was going to be able to do.
Yeah, you did a good job though. Good enough. But man, we lost too much time at the start. How much did we lose? 4 minutes or something?
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
over 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miles, I
What did I
think
mess up?
your run was good enough to where, like, you know, if SM64 had gone differently, you guys had a really solid chance.
Yeah, I think
I made
so.
up 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
My only goal was to just play consistently, and I did. But
Yeah.
oh man,
You did
that
well.
pin of 3 upset me.
I didn't
No,
see
just
what
the ground
happened.
pound all the way down.
I can't believe I
Yeah.
missed that ground pound.
Damn. How much did they lose?
That probably lost like 20 seconds, and then I messed up
Oh,
the rest
damn.
of pin of 3 too. So total of like
Damn.
45 seconds.
Oh my god. So you
Yeah,
would have
no.
gotten a 119 technically? Maybe?
I could have gotten a 119, like 119,
Yeah.
like 55, but I messed up other shines too.
Damn.
My Ricoh was pretty sloppy,
Feels bad. man.
but my late game was really good.
Yeah.
I would say similar.
Nice job.
I was super nervous for the first half of the game and made some just abhorrent mistakes, like having to kill the Ricoh plant twice because I just wasn't listening to whether or not I hit my third shot. And then just yeah. But second half was like pretty solid, so I'm not too upset about that.
Mine was
Yeah.
Mine was like the opposite. I was 2 minutes ahead of Cryptic out of Womps, and then he caught up. Like he was like 30 seconds ahead and upstairs.
Oof.
No.
But when you guys got to upstairs, you guys kept passing each other, and then TTC
Yeah.
happened.
Dude.
It was very
Feels
exciting to
bad.
watch. I was like, oh wait a second, I have to get ready to race. Like this is exciting, but oh man.
Mm.
Yeah.
My run
Yeah,
was fine,
overall.
I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
overall, it was a good relay race overall, because obviously, I don't really remember a lot of the SM64 race, apart from, you know, obviously Cryptic having the TikTok clock stuff, which obviously really sucked. And then
I think
SMS...
Cloud killed the... Oh no, keep going. Sorry.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say in SMS, I just remember, like, I think it was, like, the first level, like, I think Despin had a mistake where he had to kill, like, the pollution piranha plant, like, twice.
Yeah.
Because he, like,
Yep.
didn't get the cutscene thing.
Yep. It also screwed up my route because I also tried to kill it a level late because I wasn't thinking. And so then basically after that, after beating Bianco 5, I still needed to do another level so that the gelato plant would spawn. And so I just did Bianco 6, which, like, it's not too bad. I mean, I don't know. I would have probably preferred to do it later when I was less nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. What were you gonna say, Tyron? Sorry.
I think Cloud killed a 58, honestly. I lost like 12 or something, like right there.
What dang.
The triple jump. Pretty sad. Also, Mac, what the hell? I don't even know what happened. I think I just missed my spin pan. I lost like 30 seconds to Mac for that.
Yeah.
Very sad.
I didn't see what exactly caused you to fall off mech, but yeah, drop spin pound would kind of make sense.
Yeah, so I dropped the spin pan on the top, no, the wrangle bubble, so I was further back than I'm supposed to be. So when I dove on the platform, I just fell down instead of landing on the platform. That's what happened.
Yeah, I said. It's also
Yeah.
partially my fault because I said, "Oh look, Tyron's climb is really good in comparison to Dr. K."
You never say that.
And then you like had to fall off mech. So
Why would you
thanks,
say that?
bro.
That's literally asking for jinx. What the heck?
Dang.
I think I did the run like 3 times. I think as soon as I started commentating SMS, I like did like 2 jinxes like immediately, and I was like, uh-oh. So yeah, my fault. Sorry, Sedge.
Feels bad, man.
But yeah, GG's to
Also,
all of you. Like, it was
Yeah,
all
GG's.
Yep.
Just can't wait to run into Team Nindide, and then it'll just be
Monkas.
Oh,
just setting up
is,
a prayer and see what happens.
Wait, is Diddy on our side of the bracket?
I have no idea. I have no idea what the
yeah, I don't
bracket's
know.
looking like, but
yeah,
if you win, you're
don't-
gonna run in.
Don't ask
Yeah.
me who you're.
Allow me to check the
so
bracket
I
real
have no
quick.
idea.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
we'll get information.
Gravy, we are not on the same bracket as Diddy, so
Oh, okay.
ostensibly we'll not run into him
eventually,
unless we
maybe.
somehow make it to grand finals.
So I don't know what the
yeah.
heck was going on to Dr. KT's gameplay. I don't know what.
Yeah,
That chroma key was
really
so entertaining.
confused.
Yeah, I guess it was a
Yeah,
chroma key. What the
luncheon
heck?
was wild.
I don't even know. Yeah, I guess I'll chroma key my game too, or something.
Do it.
Looks
What
good.
colour though?
I mean, I'll do it differently, actually. Let's just do
Hmm.
invert the colors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, full invert.
Just make everything
Yeah.
white, and so it just burns people's eyes.
I think
Just add a color source.
I mean, I guess I can just stay in the menu then for that. All white, all up.
Light
Should
mode.
be up on stream or something. I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
Should
the
already
Switch
be
with
up.
the built-in color settings.
Yeah.
Either inverted
Wait,
or
really?
black and white. Yeah.
oh, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
it
You can
affect
just
the
do a
game?
run like that. Yeah, it
Oh
would be
my
a
gosh.
valid run.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's horrible. That's amazing. That probably screws up a lot of visual cues, though.
it burns my eyes most of the time, not just
Hmm.
visual cues. You know, the fade outs, the black fade outs are white, and that really fucks me up.
Oh,
This is yeah.
don't blind me. I already have to make everything dim.
My gosh. There's another match in like 30 minutes, right?
I think so. Maybe.
This match is all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have time.
shit.
Alright, well, does anyone else have anything final to say?
Good luck to everyone else. Smile.
Yeah.
May your TTCs be good, please.
Hopefully.
Alright, I'm done.
Thank you all for racing.
Alright, GG.
Yeah, GG's.
Hey, GG's, peace.
Peace.
Alright.
Yep.
You heard everyone in VC chat. There is another race in 30 minutes, apparently. I think it's also on SpeedGaming free. So make sure you check it out. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time.